Very good afternoon to one and all. I'm K. Geeta from BCom second year TTW RDC Women's Medak. Today I'm saying about sole proprietorship. Sole proprietorship is nothing but the individual ownership is the form of business organization and the head of which stands an individual has the same who is responsible, who directs his operation, who alone runs the risk of failures. Now, definition of the sole proprietorship. James Stephenson, a sole trade is a person who carries a business exclusively by and for himself. He is not only the owner of the capital of the undertaking, but is usually the organizer and the manager and takes all the profit or responsible for losses. Next, characteristics of sole proprietorship. Individual initiative. The business is started by the initiative of a single person. He prepares the blueprints of the ventures and arrange various factors of production. He may employ other person, but ultimate authority lies with him. All the profits and losses are taken by the single individual. Next, second one, unlimited liability. In sole trade business, the property is responsible for all losses arising from the business. The liability is not limited only to his investment in his business, but his private properties is also liable for business obligation. Management and control. The proprietor manages the whole business himself. He prepares various plans and executes them under his own supervision. There may be same persons to him, but ultimate control lies with the owner. Next, fourth one, motivation. One person is the sole owner of the business. He takes all properties and bears losses in any. If any, there is direct relationship between effects and reward. If he works more, he will earn more. He is motivated to expand his business activities. He will not like to enter speculative business because the risk involved is more. Next, fifth one, secrecy. If all important decisions are taken by the owner himself, business secrets are very important for small business. By retaining business secrets, he avoids competitors enter the same business. Next, sixth one, proprietor and proprietorship of one. Legally, the sole trade and his business are separate entities. Laws in business in his laws. Liabilities of the business are his liabilities. Owners and the business exits together. In sole trade business, there is no separate extensions of the business with the owner. The business is dissolved if the owner dies, becomes insolvent, or he is removed from the scheme. Next, eighth one, limited area of operation. A sole trade business has generally a limited area of operation. The reason being the limited resource and managerial abilities of sole trade. He can arrange limited funds only and will be able to supervise a small business. Since all decisions are to be taken by the proprietary, so the area business will be limited with his management abilities. Is known as characteristics of sole proprietorship. Next, legal positions of sole trade business. There is no specific law under which this business required registration, etc. It is not government by any nature, so this business can be started and dissolved at the discretion of the owner without reference to any statutory provisions. Next, second point, the sole trade business will be subjected to the general laws of the land. If there is a provisions to get license for setting up of a particular business, then the sole trade will be also get a license. Before setting up such a business, example, a person want to put a wine shop, he expected to get a license from state government. To expected a company with wanting to enter the business will certainly to expected to comply with this law. Next, third point, the sole trade and his business are one. And the same thing, the business exists only with the sole trader. If he disappears from the scene due to the death or some other reasons, then the business will also be dissolved. Next, fourth point, the liability of the sole trade is unlimited. If a business is dissolved, then no decision is made between business and the private assets and business and private loans of the sole trades. Next, advantages of the sole proprietorship. Easy in formation. Sole proprietorship is the only form of organization where no legal formation are required to be performed. Anybody wishing to start whole trade consent can to do without of time. The business is absolutely free from legal formats. Better control. In this form of organization, one man is responsible for all types of activities. He controls all functions of the business himself, takes the decision to appropriate times. The authority and responsibility lie with one man. He cannot afford to be complacent in taking decision. If the responsibility in divided, then there can be possibility of shifting obligations to other person. In sole trade business, there is not difficult. The owner is also the cannot escape his work. The business is controlled in a effective way. Next, third point, flexibility in operation. A sole proprietorship concern is generally run all small scale industries, small scale basis. In case of a change in operation is required, it can be possible without involving much expenditure. Even if a new line of a production is to be taken up, it will not involve much effects. A small scale concern can adjust its production according to the changing demand pattern. It can concern and adjust his production according to the changed demand pattern. Next, fourth one, retention of business secrets. A sole trade can maintain business secrets. Being the sole proprietor is not expected to other his own his trade secrets with anybody else. He is not expected to publish his account. He is can maintain secrecy from his competitors. Secrecy is very vital for small scale concern. Fifth one, easy to raise finance. An individual entrepreneur is able to create goodwill for business. This helps him to establish his credit worthiness in the market. Secondly, the liability in sole trade organization being unlimited, the creditors can have a claim of over the private property of the owner. The credits feel secured in extending credit to individual properties. Moreover, they try to repay the loans or quickly as possible. Is known as easy to raise finance. Next, sixth one, direct motivation. The property takes keen interest in the working of the business. He tries to his heart and soul in the business to earn as much profit, and there is direct relationship in effects of the reward is known as direct motivation. Next, seventh one, promptness in decision making. All important decisions are taken by the person. He can take prompt decisions. He will not let an opportunity slip away. He is known as promptness in decision making. Next, eighth one, direct accessibility to consumer. In sole proprietorship, the scale of operation is small. The owner can have direct contact with customers and employees. The can know the relation preference of consumers. It enables the him to make the necessary change in the quality is known as direct accessibility to consumers. Ninth one, Inexpensive management. The sole trade is the owner, manager, and the controller of the business. He does not appoint a specialized for various functions. The business various functions. He personally supervises various activities and can avoid wastage in the business. He is known as inexpensive management. Next, 10th one, no legal restrictions. There are no legal requirements for starting business. There is no special act governing the work of sole proprietor. The proprietor is not required to submit the results of his business to any authority. There is no restriction in changing the nature of business. Even dissolution of the business can easily to undertake is known as legal restrictions. Next, 11th one, so socially desirable. One man business is generally on a small scale basis. Large number of sole traders have entered all types of business. It helps in avoiding concentration of wealth. Large scale business leads to wealth accumulation. Few hands scale trade business also provide compensation to the business. It is known as socially desirable. Next, 12th one, self-employment. The sole proprietorship form of organization offers the mean of self-employment to those who do not want to serve others, as everyone cannot get a suitable job to earn his livelihood in development country is known as self-employment. Next, 31, healthy. Next, 13th one, healthy relations with employees. A sole trader is a position to maintain direct relations with his employees. This enables the employer and the employees to understand and appreciate the genuineness of his employees. This result is not healthy relationship employer and employees, which is of a vital importance for the success of the business. He is known as healthy relations with employees. Next, 14th one, benefit of inherit goodwill. A sole trade passes on the business goodwill to his successor technically, and a sole trade business is dissolved on the death of owner. But it in relatively some business is continued by here. The goodwill which one person earns during the lifetime is also passed to the who continues the business is known as benefit of inherited goodwill. Next, disadvantages of the sole proprietorship. There has a disadvantages. First one, limited resources. Resources of sole proprietor are limited. He makes investments from his family resource only. He tries to raise finance from financial institutions also. These institutions want securities from his loans. The sole trade cannot offer much security, so he does not get much help from financial institutions. The capacity of expanding business operation is limited for want of resource even when there is a scope for expansion. Second one, limited managerial ability. One person may not be expert in each and every function of the business. He will not be able to devote sufficient time for all types of activities. He will have it dependent upon paid employees. The employees may not take as much interest as the owner himself can take. The managing capacity of the proprietor limited is known as limited managerial ability. Next, third one, unlimited liability. The liability of a sole proprietor is unlimited. His private property can also be assigned for meeting business losses. A loss in business may deprive him of private assets also. Unlimited liability also restricts his working. He tries to be cautious in taking risks. It acts as a determinant to the growth of business activities known as unlimited liability. Fourth one, uncertain continuity. The business continues as far as sole proprietors is there is no in case of his mobility of the or death the business is discontinued. The success of the sole proprietor may not have an aptitude or ability to continue in the business is known as uncertainty continuity. Fifth one, limited scope of employees. A sole trader cannot attract trained and qualified person for reason of limited career opportunities. Moreover, the continuity of sole trader business being uncertain, the employees also remain under psychological pressure. A sole proprietor cannot offer financial initiative is known as limited scope of employees. Next, sixth one, no large scale economics. A small scale concern cannot economize in purchase, production, and marketing. A large scale enterprises will be able to have favorable terms of purchasing and selling of goods in a sole trade concern. Overhead expenses are also more, so this type of concern cannot enjoy the benefits of a large scale economy is known as no large scale economies. Next, seventh one, more risk involved. A sole proprietor to take all decision by himself, so there is a possibility of taking wrong decision. In other forms of organization, the decisions are taken by the more than one person, so the possibility of mistakes, wrong decision, minimized lack of counseling may create difficult situation is known as more risk involved. Next, suitable of sole proprietorship. The amount of capital and managerial skills required for a particular business influence the decisions about form of organization. When the scale operation is small, then capital suitable form of organization. With the improvement of industrial technology and deviation of new production methods of the needs, capital have increased. There are certain types of business where sole proprietorship is still the most suitable form of organization. This form of organization is also suitable under certain circumstances. Are as follows. First one, where market is local. When market for a product is limited only to a particular place, scale of business operations will be small, the amount of capital required will be less, and the ordinary managerial skill will be sufficient. Under such situations, sole proprietorship will be most suitable. Most of the retail trade is controlled by sole trades. Next, second one, when personal contact with customer is required. There may be needed for personal contact with customers. The customers may have their likings and preference for particular things. Under this situation, sole proprietorship form of organization will be suitable. A doctor and a lawyer will be required to have a direct contact with patients and clients. A customer may have also his own with his patients and clients. Liking getting for a cloth stitched all his cases, his sole proprietorship will be more useful. Next, third one, speculative business. In speculative business, the demands and the price of products changes quickly. The businessman is required to take prompt decisions. A sole proprietor can take immediate decision as warranted by the situation. He need not to consult anybody else, so he can decide. Then the things need to consult anybody else, so he can decide the things himself. No other form of organization will be as suitable for speculative business as sole proprietorship. Next, social responsibility of sole proprietorship. The limitation of sole proprietorship has necessitated the development of other forms of organization. The widespread use of other forms of organization has not eliminated sole proprietorship. Next, first point, employment to large number of persons. This form of organization is started by one person, but he takes other person of his help. The number of social traders is very large in the countries, and their employee employ 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 persons are their helpers, so sole proprietorship is able to provide employment to a large number of persons. Like second one, need of less capital. This form of organization can be taken by the person of all means. A person with small resource can start a business at a small scale. Example, a vegetable seller can start his business with few hundred rupees and get his capital back at the end of the day. So this type of firm encourages people to take up their independent business. Third one, less risk. Generally, sole proprietorship is started at a low scale and investment made are also less. A person can even change his line of business if it is not suitable because it is less risk to do so. Is known as less risk. Fourth one, providing goods at low prices. The consumer are provided goods at low prices under his type of firm. The number of sole traders being large, they have stiff competition from one another to consumers. And consumers are provided goods and competitive rates. The overhead expenses of the business are generally less, so it enables the sole traders to sell goods at low prices. Next, fifth one, equal distribution of income. This form of organization acts as a constant on the monopolistic tendency of other forms of organization. A large number of a person enter the business to the results in equal distribution is known as equal distribution of income. Helpful. Now 61, helpful to small producers. The sole traders purchase goods from small producers and sell them to the consumers. A number of intermediaries are eliminated from the channel of the distribution is known as helpful to small producers. Seventh one, helpful to consumer. The consumer are helped by the sole traders in making their purchase. The sole traders open their shops in the streets so that the consumer are able to take purchases from the nearby shop is known as helpful to consumers. Eighth one, acts as a training center. A sole trade business provides an opportunity to learn the techniques of business. The intention, investment being less, so one can afford to learn by trial business. Is known as acts as a training center. Next.